Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Buddy Hunt coming to you from Mountain Brook Spartan Stadium. Quite a legendary place. Griff Israel is my partner here today, and we are here announcing a championship game between the Mountain Brook Cowboys and the Mountain Brook Ravens. Griff, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing great today, buddy. It's great to be with you. Thanks for letting me tag along alongside a real pro like you that's been doing this for years. So pleasure to be with you. An exciting day. You know, this weather just shaped up better than we could have dreamed, huh?
Well, there's no doubt about that. I think we were expecting a lot of rain, and I think this is the game that's probably going to be the driest of all the games today.
Maybe the sixth graders deserve it. Well, it looks like we got Brad Davis down there warming up on the field. I guess we may need to get Leo to give him the memo about the non-dad coaches. You think, or you think we're all right? We'll allow for a little bit of that today, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a good pregame show. I think we can get away with that. Tell us a little bit about the Ravens. I know there's a lot of mystique. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of mythology behind the Raven.
Yeah.
Tell us about the team. Tell us about this crafty team that we're looking at today.
You know, I've been working all year to try to get somebody to come out and do an impersonation of Ray Lewis as he used to come out of the tunnel, and I've failed. I haven't seen it yet. But the Ravens have had a great year. You know, you got a really good coaching staff led by Swift Lyle, who is a couple guys from Mobile, Swift and Carnes Kirby and Turner McLaughlin. And then you've got Struther Gibbs, who is a legend quarterback here at Mountain Brook, who fills out the coaching staff. They've just had a great group of coaches, really good group of kids. I think they're probably, you know, one of their biggest strengths is their line is really sizable. One of the biggest lines in the grade. You got the Lane cousins or Baron Lane and Bronson Cooley, who are first cousins, and they go to battle and practice. And so there's some force up there with the line. And then beyond that, you really got a blend of talent, and these coaches have really moved the ball around well throughout the year. You've got Henry Davis, who's a starting quarterback for the Ravens. Brooks Gilbert, who's just a force in every sport he plays. Jackson Gunn's right in there with him. And then you got some real up-and-comers. Drew Cook, his first year to play football this year, and you know, he earned a spot at safety, and you know, he looks like Mark Barron back there sometimes, or maybe Ed Reed, I guess, would be a better comparison.
Mark Barron, wow.
Yeah. So look, there they come right there through the banner. So so the Ravens are just a really well balanced team, bunch of great kids. They've had a really good year. How about the Cowboys?
Yeah, you know, the Cowboys started kind of slow this year. They have come on quite strong. They've had some injuries. They've had some sickness. We started 0-3 on the season, and I think a couple of guys came along and said, I'm not sure this team can win a game this year. And somehow, some way, they fought through all of the mental, probably, instability they had. And they, too, have a great coaching staff who really shows great leadership. And they figured it out, and here they are.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the sixth grade Super Bowl between the Cowboys and the Ravens. First up for the Cowboys.
Sawyer Howe, William Fountain, Thomas Griffin, Shay Hines, William Hunt, Jake Mitter, Daniel Biggs, Coleman McNeil, Liam Canterbury, Harper Coleman, Wynn Canterbury, Ben Bowen, James Strategian, Parker Kate, and their coaches, John Fletcher Brown, Bobby McKimmon, Hutton Reed, Carson Solly.
And now for the home team, Ravens.
Drew Cook, Grady Coder, David Ratliff, Jackson Kaiser, Charlie Israel, Jackson Gunn, Brooks Gilbert, Henry Davis, T. Russell, Oliver Savarney, James O'Neill, Baron Lane, Bronson Cooley, James Courtney, and their coaches, Strother Gibbs, Carnes Kirby, Swift Lyle, and Turner McLaughlin.
Well, we're back, folks. Quite an introduction there of 28 superstars, 14 of them trying to become champions. 14 will go home upset, but both teams are very deserving to be here, and we couldn't be more thrilled to watch them today.
So, Buddy, I believe Leo reminded me before the game today. I definitely remembered our first game of the year, I believe, was between these two teams on a Saturday. 1-point game, I think, 14-13 Ravens. And then the second time they faced each other, I believe it was a 1-point game again. Is that right, to the Cowboys?
It was a one-possession game for sure.
Okay, yep.
And these two teams, so far, to have split games, they look pretty evenly matched. With a wet ball, you would suspect that the better running team today probably has more success, but you never know.
Yeah.
Got to play the game, right?
No doubt, no doubt. I know that the Ravens coaching staff seemed a little bit on edge about the rain earlier, as you said, because the Cowboys are physical. I mean, I think that they've definitely garnered a reputation of being one of the more physical teams in the league. So you got some really strong players that play hard on that team, and so. Yeah, as a Ravens fan, even though I'm supposed to be unbiased up here, I'm glad it's not raining. But I think we're all glad it's not raining.
I think we're all glad. We want the best out of these guys. We want them to play the best version of themselves, right?
That's right.
Look, this Cowboys team is an interesting one. We've got lots of good talent, and I think it's taken quite a coaching staff led by Coach Hutt, who played college ball at several places, to figure this out and to find some balance. But just to kind of run quickly through some of these players, Sawyer Howell, number 2, he's a big, athletic, tall kid, can catch the ball, can do a lot of things. William Fountain is an excellent player. His dad was a letterman at Alabama. Thomas Griffin just plays so hard and had an early injury this year to start off and had to sit out of a game or two. Shea Hines, just a great kid and has fought a little bit of sickness here and there, but played very, very well. William Hunt, first time ever playing the game at any level, and just super excited to be here. Jake Miller, of course, is a big piece of this offense and defense, and the list goes on. We've even got a player from South Africa playing on this team who retired from cricket to pick up this lovely game of football.
You know, the NIL dynamic is real. I mean, you go get them wherever you can find them. International sport all of a sudden here in Mountain Brook.
That's right. Here we go.
All right. Oh, wow. That looked like a big hit. I think that was 52. Baron Lane looked like? Does it?
Looked like Barron, the Red Baron, made that big tackle. Number 9 was trying to make a statement going around the right side and was met by quite a force there.
Yeah.
The Ravens eating big early.
They do have some strength on the line, so we'll just see how aggressive they are today.
William Fountain on the carry up the middle.
Strong run.
Going to get a few yards. That's going to set up a third and roughly 5 or 6.
Look like Bronson Cooley in there on the tackle. So there's the two first cousins, back-to-back tackles, but a nice gain there for the Cowboys.
You know, Bronson's an interesting one. Talked to his dad a lot about him. Didn't know if he was going to play this year. I think his big brother inspired him at so many levels, including his big brother being an IMG Academy player down in South Florida. How about that as a 9th grader? So Bronson coming through for the Ravens this year, playing with a lot of inspiration.
Yeah, it's been pretty neat. His brother has been on the sideline for a few games and really has been exactly as you said. Wow, big hit in the backfield. You got a bunch of gang tackle in there from the Ravens.
Ripping up the middle for no gain. Brings up 4th and 5.
Yeah, a couple of the guys on the Ravens defense I didn't get to mention. You got Jackson Kaiser on here. He's just a lockdown corner, number 9, over here on this side towards us. And then T. Russell, who was questionable for this game. Bad bike wreck this week apparently. Charlie Israel was telling me about it on the ride over here. Was not sure if T was gonna play, but he's in there. So tough guy.
You know, Kaiser. My nickname for him is Kaiser Sosa. If you remember the movie, he played soccer for us for many years. And boy, if I told him to just go get physical with somebody, he would make somebody's afternoon miserable. Great little player, number 9.
A nice hard run there by. Is that Thomas Griffin?
Thomas Griffin again on the 4th down run and came up short.
Big stop for the Ravens there on the first possession.
Turning the ball over, and the men in purple have come to play.
So you just mentioned, I believe, your son William, first year to play. Is that what you said?
First time ever playing any organized football.
Okay, so I think that's one of the coolest things about any youth sports is when, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, but when I think maybe it's a testament to the league when a kid who hasn't played before is comfortable coming out and being out with his friends. And I just think that's such a neat thing at these ages to do a lot of different things. Okay, so the Ravens are kicking it off here. First down.
Ravens kind of have a stack formation, running to the right.
Wow. Big hard run, but big hit as well. In fact, Jake Miller in there on it, wasn't he?
No gain on the play. Second and 8.
These guys are revved up early on both sides, aren't they?
I tell you, both defenses look to have come to play. Both defenses setting the edge very well, owning the edge.
There is no doubt the energy's here, though. There's some aggression happening on the defensive sides for both.
I tell you, it's a lot of these games this year, they've come down to 1, 2, 3 plays, and it's just who wants it a little more. And they're usually big plays, and they usually get to the perimeter.
So we got Henry Davis in the shotgun. Oh, a handoff to Brooks Gilbert around the left side. Met with a gang of Cowboys though.
Gain of a yard.
You know, we talked about this bird, the Raven, right? A mysterious one. Yeah, I think you also got to spend some time talking about the Cowboys. I looked it up, and not that I had this knowledge until probably 45 minutes ago, but that word descends from vaquero, which is these were Mexican cowboys that then migrated into Texas, and the original word was cowman, right? These are cattle herders. So hopefully the Cowboys can try to do that today. I know you would like to see otherwise.
Yeah.
Davis is passing.
Well, they're definitely looking like cow men right now on defense. That is for sure. But wow, strong defensive stops there. We got a 4th down upcoming here for the Ravens. Yeah, the Raven, kind of a dirty bird, right? I mean, of course, we don't want the guys to play dirty, but a scrappy, dirty, kind of mean bird. I don't have quite the history on the Raven that you do on the Cowboy. Maybe you got some.
Well, now I looked that up as well. This is interesting. Let's watch this 4th down play, and I'll tell you a bit about the history of the Raven. Quarterback rolls to the right, deep throw, great throw, just a little bit too far.
Just out of the reach of Brooks Gilbert there. So kind of similar possessions for each team. A tough 4 downs, great defense for both there, right? So let's hear about the Raven.
And by the way, both great defenses, confident defenses, and coaching staffs that believe in their defenses for having not punted. Both teams right at the 50-yard line are going for it on 4th and 5, 4th and 6. And the Cowboys take over.
A little quarterback keeper. Big hit there by Jackson Kaiser, but nice gain there for the Cowboys. Jake Miller.
Yes, Kaiser Sosa. That guy will hit you. Big Ole Miss fan. Just came to play today. Let's talk about these Ravens. We talk about Norse and Native American and Greek and Celtic mythology.
Wow.
And thoughts that come to mind about the Raven that have tremendous memory. These are messengers, and these are birds that are ready to go into battle. And there's a mysteriousness and darkness about them, and that's exactly how these Ravens have played today, and really all season.
Yeah.
Super tough team.
We've got a little injury on the field right now. Looks like, I think that's Henry Davis, which is he's a critically important player to the Ravens and a super tough kid. Certainly hope he's okay. Looks like some type of hand issue. The trainers are out there on the field with JT O'Neill, who's the dad team commissioner, who's also a physician. So we're in good hands out there at least.
Very convenient.
Yeah.
Very fortunate. Yeah, what a great athlete.
Yeah.
Probably a pretty good student as well.
I would think so.
Very high IQ in football.
Speaking of high IQ, so James O'Neill, one of our strong offensive and defensive linemen for the Ravens, pretty sure he's the smartest kid on the team. When I engage with him, even as a parent, he makes me feel far less intelligent than him. He's just a super smart kid. I'm always nervous what kind of question he's going to ask me because it's probably something over my head. So there's all kinds of different players out here, you know. Henry Davis is coming off, so let's hope for the best for him.
All kinds of players, always fun to know you've got a good classroom student. But I think even more fun to see a high football IQ and really high football EQ player.
So somebody I hadn't gotten to mention yet is David Ratliff, number 5 for the Ravens. He holds down this right end and has really just been a developing player this year.
Here goes Thomas Griffin. He's getting to the perimeter. This is where teams can really get some yardage and kind of eat up the field.
All right, we had big gain there on defense. We had Gilbert and David Ratliff in on the tackle, but big run there for was that Thomas Griffin?
That's Thomas Griffin.
Yeah. Wow, he's a tough player.
Very tough. High expectations from his parents. I talked to his dad at the team party the other night. I asked him, I said, you know, where did you play college football? He said, man, I'm a little too small. He said, I was a pretty good football player, but had to transition to golf to play out my athletic years at Mountain Brook. Even a tougher game than football, probably, in the game of golf. Yep. So just athletes everywhere. It's a good stiff arm by Thomas Griffin. Tough 4 or 5 yards. Gang tackled by the Ravens.
Yeah, Drew Cook in there on the tackle.
Tackle by Drew Cook.
I feel like his middle name should be Ima, you know?
Yeah, I like
or
that.
Time to.
Yep. So, buddy, I got a question for you. I'm really impressed by your research. And even before I knew about your research ability, I was thinking about doing this broadcast with you today, and I was going to ask if you would mind if I could I call you Buddy Love?
Ooh.
Is that acceptable or no?
I do like that.
Okay. It has a nice ring to it, you know, but then you started with the research and the little professor, if you remember that, you know.
Remember it well. Great movie. A great table scene in that movie. Remember that meal they had together?
When he's at the head of the table?
Oh, my goodness.
Buddy Love wasn't at that table scene, I don't think, right?
Oh.
Well, you know, we have 2 characters of the Nutty Professor, right? Buddy Love's the cool guy, right? Yeah, which is what made me think about you in that way mostly. But.
Well, I do like that. Buddy Love has been popular in my life.
Okay.
Buddy the Elf has been quite popular in my life.
Well, some gang tackling there on the 15-yard line there by a few of those Ravens defensive linemen.
Second and 7.
The Cooley Lane combination coming back into the fold.
I tell you what, that's like 3 men, you know. McCooley's just, he's a force out there. You know, Bronson Cooley reminds me of those giants in the Bible where I think it was Joshua and Caleb that looked over the wall and said, we can't take these guys. I think Cooley was one of those guys.
Yeah.
Thomas Griffin again with a stiff arm. Really fighting for some yardage. Gang tackled again. This guy is carrying a load down to the 8-yard line.
We kind of expected this type of game plan from the Cowboys, right? Just strong power running. I mean, this is a very physical team. And, with Henry Davis on the sideline, we're really getting tested here on defense. He's still out, so. And Drew Cook has stepped up at linebacker. What a cool move for the first-year player.
Great name. Just
I'm a cook.
I'm a cook. I'm about to cook.
Yeah.
There goes Jake Miller into the end zone. It looks like a touchdown. Number 14. Speaking of cooking, he can do it.
It's definitely a dominant possession there for the Cowboys. First score of the game. Set the tone.
This is going to be a good one.
Cowboys are going for 1.
Griff, where are you guys from?
So I'm from here in Birmingham. Grew up here. Went to Mount Brook High School here. So
Nice.
got a lot of family from this area. My wife's from a small town in North Alabama. She went to school at Sanford. And Charlie's our oldest, so sixth grader is our oldest, and we've got two young girls to keep us on our toes, that's for sure. How about you guys?
Yeah, so I grew up right here in Birmingham, went to Briarwood, had the opportunity to play against Mountain Brook in high school. That was fun. We were a little school back then. We were 3A. Briarwood's, I think, at least 5A now, if not 6. And that was a lot of fun. I married a girl, Jennifer Norris, from Russellville, Alabama, where some legendary folks have hailed from. My father-in-law played football at Alabama and grew up in Russellville.
It's a nice part of the state. That northern segment of the state is really nice area.
From what town does your wife?
She is from Summiton, Alabama, so about 35 minutes northwest of here. Not quite as far as Russellville north, but a quick drive.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the Ravens are kicking it off here in the shotgun formation to Brooks Gilbert.
Oh, we got to the perimeter.
Yeah, they're really going to have to improvise. We have not. I don't think we've played a snap without Henry Davis at quarterback this year. So,
gain of 3 brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, to have him in the shotgun and to have a running back on both sides, it feels like some sort of version of the wishbone.
It does, yeah, and. That I will say. I mean, going into this game, I mean, to me, it just seemed the Cowboys, really just a really strong physical team, and the Ravens, one of their biggest advantages is versatility. So I guess we'll see if that assessment is accurate when you lose a very important player, and see if they have the ability to shift the ball around and some other guys step up. They've kind of built the team around sharing the ball, moving the ball all year, and so we're really about to see. If that proves out to be effective, losing your quarterback early in the game.
Yeah, 13 looks to be in good shape down there. Hopefully they're able to.
I got a feeling he's going to come back. I think he's a super tough kid.
Yeah, it'll be so fun when we see these guys move to 7th grade and even more organized football and more legitimate football and playing all these other schools, just to see which 11 guys on each side of the ball really step up and continue to mature in this game and compete and become superstars.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
We've got some on the field right now. It'll be fun to see which ones we know next year.
All right, Brooks Gilbert on a quarterback sweep to the right.
Great run by Brooks.
Yeah. A gang of Cowboys there. Looks like it was maybe led by Jake Miller, but 4 or 5 Cowboys in on that one for sure.
Gain a couple of yards.
Looks like we've got another 3rd down play here, a long 1 yard, 2 yards.
Yep, looks like it. About just shy of 1.5 to 2 yards. Yep. Big down here.
Huge down. I'd look for some sort of misdirection here.
Yep. We got Drew Cook and Charlie Israel out wide on the right. Jackson Gunn kind of flanking them. Brooks Gilbert in the shotgun. Quarterback draw. Looks like he got the first down. Big tackle there. Wow, who's that? Is that James Jajichin, 64? Oh, wow. That guy's an animal.
That is James G. For years I've struggled with that last name. To make his family crest proud, it's a hard G. It's Gajichin.
Okay.
He is a force to be reckoned with.
So a couple years ago, we had the good pleasure of being on the Steelers with the Gajichins. So I probably did him a disservice of with not enough strength in the G.
I had a soft G too.
Okay.
For many years. In fact, I checked in with his dad today and said, "I just want to make the family crest proud.
Yeah.
Talk to me here. What is the pronunciation?" And I just had that G wrong.
Well, good for you. Joey is such a sweetheart that he would never call you out on the soft G. And let me tell you, James is definitely not a soft G.
He's not a soft G. He might even be one of the original Gs.
Yeah.
In the game of football.
Yeah. Maybe a member of the G unit. I mean, maybe he probably could have created that. I mean, what a unique combination of a really sweet kid, but man, I wouldn't want to get tackled down.
Yeah, we all know G Love, and I don't think that fits for him.
No.
Where Buddy Love fits for me.
That's right.
I'm a softie. I'm a giver.
Yeah.
James G, he wants to take.
Yeah.
He wants to make your day miserable.
Yeah.
He wants you to go home unhappy. And that was a good tackle, but also a very good first down conversion.
A lot of shifting going on the Ravens line. They clearly have a strategy of trying to deal with James G. A lot of moving around. Now we've got a false start, partially due to that shifting. So
False start on the Ravens.
James G's a factor. He's got the Ravens a little bit off balance on the offensive line, trying to shift around.
2nd and 15.
We got big Parker Kate in there, double 7. Also double lucky to have 2 7s on his jersey. He's also quite a big human being to try to get around. He covers a lot of space, a lot of upside for that player on the field. Tall parents, tall grandparents, just a tough kid.
Good basketball player, too. We got a pass to Jackson Gunn. Oh, wow. Big hit, but he comes away with the ball.
Huge play.
We got a big play coming down the sideline. 40, 30. He is out of bounds at the,
Jackson Gunn.
5-yard line. I'm confusing the actual yard lines with our 80-yard lines. Big play there for the Ravens. That ball could have just as easily been picked off. That was a tight pass.
Yeah, I think everybody was surprised on that. Now, make no mistake about it, Big Gun, Jackson Gunn is a dog.
He is.
But when he came up with that, I think he thought, do I have it? Do they have it? He looks down, realizes he made the catch, and goes another 20 yards.
You know, you had somebody I've not got a chance to mention yet is Oliver Sparney. He's out to the left at receiver, and, you know, I noticed the defense was a little nervous about him on that play, which might have had something to do with that breakaway pass on the right side to Jackson Gunn. And the fact that Jackson Gunn is an absolute dog is a big factor.
We got Brooks running the ball to the right again. Defense sniffs it out.
Big tackle there. William Hunt. That was William Hunt in on that tackle,
Is that
I believe.
William Hunt?
Number 12, is that right?
Number 12.
Man,
William Hunt.
there you go.
His grandfather would be proud. Played for Bear Bryant at Alabama. His mother was an all-star cheerleader. She wanted me to sneak that in today.
Okay. All right.
Right? She doesn't need to be slighted in this deal,
Yeah.
right? She was an athlete, and thank goodness for that because I was not. He's got some good Norris blood going on that play.
Well, you know, sounds like you did what we're all aiming to do, and that's outkick our coverage and with our spouses, right?
Oh, there's no debate there. They say love is blind. I believe it.
But Buddy Love's not blind.
But Buddy, you know, she tells me all the time she married me for my personality.
Yeah.
You can kind of hear it coming through on this broadcast, right?
Wow, tough run there on the left side there by Jackson Gunn. This Cowboys team's tough. I mean, you had 4 or 5 guys in on that tackle. That defensive line is scrappy with William Hunt, James G., Parker Kate. Tough players in there.
Yeah, they play hard. I tell you, I would expect a throw here. This would be the perfect time to catch the Cowboys on their heels with a throw for the touchdown.
3rd and goal from about the 6, is that right? If I'm looking at that right. Brooks Gilbert in the shotgun. We got
To the
a QB
left.
sweep to the
He's
left.
made the corner.
Out of bounds at the 1.5.
Gilbert around left.
It's close.
4th down. Wow.
What will they do here? We know they won't punt.
They will not punt. And without the opportunity to kick a field goal, I think they're left with but one decision.
They'd like to not relinquish the ball
That's right.
pre-snap.
That would be ideal.
They can't punt. They can't kick a field goal. We're going for it.
And we're going to really find out what Swift Lyle is made of on the play calling side. I mean, you know, if you watched Alabama on Saturday, this is where Ryan Grubb made all the money. So we'll see what old Swifty's up to here because you got a tough defense if we're going to try and get the ball 2 yards on the run. So let's see what happens. Brooks Gilbert back in the shotgun again. Same play again.
He may catch the corner
He cut
again.
it up.
Oh,
he's down to the half-yard line. Did not get it, I don't believe.
He did not make it.
Turnover on downs.
Cowboys
Wow.
football at the 1, maybe the half-yard line.
Ravens turn it over on down.
Well, you know, I can't blame him for the play call. You go to one of your best players and let him have a chance to make a play. And Brooks gave it all he had there. Just a tough defense. Tough, really good defensive play there, stopping him.
Yeah, very few guys at this level are able to plant that left foot and just shoot right back up in the middle. It was the right decision per the pursuit, and it just barely ended up not working out. But boy, do they have the Cowboys pinned deep.
You know, we knew this was going to be a dogfight. I mean, we got 3:23 left in the second quarter and 7-0 game. I mean, we've got a very close game as we thought we would. Ooh, wow. Bronson Cooley with a big hit there.
And that turns into a safety.
David Ratliff in there that calls that disruption. Let me tell you about David Ratliff. So start the year, David Ratliff was not playing defense a whole lot. He was an offensive specialist. And, man, he earned a position, and he has not looked back. I mean, he has made some huge plays, including that one where he stood up the offensive player for the Cowboys and results in a safety. So we got a momentum shift all of a sudden, huh Buddy Love?
Big momentum shift.
You don't see safeties too often in youth football, at least from the last time I have not seen one in a while.
I'm pretty sure that the referees are kind of saying, do we play by the same rules? And I think the answer is yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they start from the 30. They have the ball. I mean, I don't think we could have a bigger momentum shift.
Cooley's credited with the safety.
So I see Henry Davis attempting to throw the football on the sideline. That's a good sign. We certainly hope the best for him. All right, so 7-2 Cowboys. Right around 3 minutes left in the second quarter. We got a game.
We do. Two guys I haven't mentioned today, 25 and 28 for the Cowboys, the Canterbury brothers. Keep an eye on them. They, once again, their grandfather was a legendary running back at Ramsey and played for Alabama.
Oh, the ball's tipped. Oh, wow. Charlie Israel dove for it, but incomplete pass. That was dangerous. That ball got tipped at the line, I think.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Who tipped it, Griff? Did you get to?
I did not see it. If I had to guess, I'm going to go Parker Cate. He's a big landmass. You know?
Parker, Too Tall Jones, yeah. Cate. Double lucky with 77. He's in the middle for a reason.
So the Canterbury twins, do they each play cornerback position? Is that right?
They do. They play cornerback. They will knock your head off in practice. I've watched just about every practice. They've gotten better.
Those guys have gotten better every year.
Every year, yeah. Every practice, any sport, they are just really fine-tuning their game.
Oh,
Cowboys were able to contain that one. The Ravens continue to try to get to the sidelines to get around the end.
Jack on the backfield.
Yeah, they're trying really hard to establish the run, to open up their options, and the Cowboys are having nothing to do with it. It has been, every yard's been hard to come by so far against this Cowboy defense. Okay, looks like Henry Davis is coming back in the game here.
Interesting twist.
On a big 3rd and roughly 13 or 14, I believe.
This could be the story of this game.
Yeah.
We could be talking at the end of the fourth quarter about this number 13, lucky 13, coming back in from injury and marching down the field and taking these guys to victory.
Yeah, we got both Gilbert and Henry Davis in the background. Snap goes to Gilbert. Wow, look at Henry Davis coming right back in the game and throwing blocks. I mean, what a tough kid. Scrappy run there for Gilbert, but a lot of yards left on 4th down here.
Gain of 2. Brings up 4th down.
So far, Griff, we're seeing a lot of runs from both teams. It seems like the Cowboys want to find their way through the middle instead of get to the edge. Seems like the Ravens are trying to go horizontal. I suspect if the Ravens can do it, they may get the Cowboys kind of spreading out a little bit with their stances and find some openings up the middle. Some of the great teams just commit to horizontal, right? They get you tired going to the sidelines. They're not worried about the yardage they're getting. They're just worried about the process.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they gash you up the middle. And that's where you got to be worried if you're a Cowboy.
Yep.
You got to stay committed to your lane.
That's right. But this is been what we all paid for today so far.
Goodness. Worth every penny that we've paid.
It's so impressive, all these guys. I mean, every one of them, playing hard, everybody hustling. Great groups of kids on both sides. And obviously these coaches have just done a phenomenal job of getting them ready to go. I mean, they all look like they're having fun too, Not a lot of nerves, just out here playing and having a good time, which is great to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you asked Charlie pregame, are you nervous? I asked William pregame, are you nervous? He's like, not really. I'm just kind of excited. culmination of a long season, a lot of hard work, and let's see what happens.
Jake Miller around the left side. We got a flag on the play. Big tackle there by T. Russell, I believe.
Play game 3, but there's a flag on the
We have a
play.
holding call on the Cowboys. We kind of felt that coming. That was a quick flag.
Yeah, Henry Davis, number 13 for Ravens, back in there on defense as well. So good to see him back in the game.
This is where things get really interesting, Griff. You've got first down in California, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you really do wonder. You know, the Cowboys have really seemed to be playing their type of game, a control game, a power game, and, you know, at what point do they maybe take some risk and try to go downfield with it? We'll see. This could be a time for it.
This would probably call for throwing the ball.
There's a throw. Complete to number 3.
I tell
Wow,
you,
big play. We called it, didn't we?
You know what? I haven't talked enough about William Fountain this season. His dad is kind of helping out on the coaching and been real instrumental with this team and keeping them motivated. Like I said, his dad played at Alabama, was a letterman, and William is one tough kid.
Yeah, that was a nice catch. Got Thomas Griffin around the edge. Yeah. So now the Cowboys are spreading it out a little bit. So game's loosening up a little bit. Coaches are getting a little more aggressive. 58 seconds left in the first half. So this is a really, really important possession.
Feels like a baseball game. 7-2.
It does look more like a baseball game.
Soccer game.
Yeah.
You know, Jackson Gunn has played a lot of soccer in his days for many teams that I coached, and he's just that kind of kid that shows up and says, where am I playing? And then he goes and competes and wins.
You know, I did not even realize Jackson Gunn played soccer, but now I'm starting to wonder what Jackson Gunn doesn't play, because everything he plays, he thrives at. And I don't know how. Does he go to school?
You know, in years past, it was a frustration I had as the soccer coach. I would have to call his parents. Of course, his dad is really Big Gun, right?
Yep.
And I'd call Big Gun and say, is he going to be at the game? And he'd say, we don't know. We've got flag football. We've got baseball. We've got basketball. And I'm saying, well, you know, that makes me either feel like soccer is the tertiary or the quaternary sport, right? It's the third or fourth sport. Is that fair? And the answer was always a definitive yes. But he would come to these soccer games sometimes having not practiced all week because of the many sports he played. And he'd still score 2, 3, 4 goals and we'd win the game.
It kind of reminds me of, you know, maybe a little bit of Allen Iverson back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, practice?
Oh.
We're talking about practice?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I mean, if you got it, you got it, you know?
Well, yeah, I think youth sports, rec sports, you got to support a guy that wants to play 4 or 5 sports, because by the time he gets to high school, those coaches just want him to play 1.
And that's one of the cool things about Jackson Gunn. Every sport looks like his favorite sport once he's on the field or on the court or on the baseball field or whichever. So we got a flag on the play here. It's like a
Ball start on the Cowboys.
wow. The Cowboys have a real opportunity here, but the penalties are not helping.
Kind of getting bogged down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Long third down play here.
3rd and 10.
This, once again, probably calls for a pass. And it has not been something this team has done a lot of this season.
So we just had Savarni come in at cornerback on this side over here. The run's coming towards him. He's in there on the tackle. Wow.
Great run around the left side. He cut it back up in the middle. We're probably talking about a 4th and 4, 4th and 5.
Big Brooks Gilbert there on the tackle, but Savarni did a great job of turning him back in, and he was a substitution mid-game, and so great to see somebody come off the sideline and make an impact.
Would have been cool for us to have studied the Savarni name and the history of that family crest, right?
We missed an opportunity there.
I mean,
you know?
Does it get any better than that?
Yep.
I don't know. Gajijin is pretty special, but Savarni, it's right there with it.
Right there with it.
I haven't gotten to mention Big Ben Bowen tonight, 44. Just out there working hard all season. Had him a couple of years in rec basketball. Man, he's really matured. Been a lot more physical year after year. Just, again, in his own right, playing some really good football.
So we have a punt from the Cowboys there on 4th down. So 32 seconds left in the half for the Ravens, and they've got to go the full length of the field basically. So this will be interesting to see how Swift Lyle and his assistants decide to play this. Down 7-2. I mean, could take some risk here. What do you think?
I think they probably will. They got a good little passing game and passing tree. Some of that is a lot of the action you've already seen. Jackson Gunn tends to be able to run some 10, 12-yard out routes that get him to the sideline and get good yardage and help him get out of bounds. So don't be surprised if they do put something together over these last 32 seconds.
Got Henry Davis in the shotgun. He's rolling out right. Long pass. Looking for Brooks Gilbert. Oh, nice defensive play there by Thomas Griffin coming over from safety, I believe.
Intended for Gilbert, falls incomplete. Thomas Griffin defending.
It's kind of a jump ball there with two really good athletes going for it.
You know, Brooks running the offense when Henry's out, and now Brooks being the go-to deep threat.
Yeah.
Now that Henry's back in, those two seem to really know each other well.
They do. And, you know, we were talking about Jackson Gunn earlier. I mean, Brooks Gilbert's that kind of guy, too. No matter what sport it is, he's a leader, great kid, really good athlete, no matter what he's playing, and always fun to watch for sure. So, all right, the Ravens are back in the shotgun. Henry Davis flanked by Brooks Gilbert in the backfield. Looks like we got another pass, this time to Jackson Gunn. Oh, we got a little.
Oh, the old 88 and out the gate.
Wow.
Wow, a little hook and ladder there.
A little hook and ladder. Didn't work out quite like they wanted to, but it was executed pretty well. Just great defense there. William Fountain, I think, Ben Bowen in on the tackle.
You know, they say that great teams practice things, practice plays until they can't get them wrong, and, man, they ran it textbook. And thankfully for the Cowboys, they just were kind of in the right spot.
Well, they just got that play off with 1 second left on the clock.
Another throw.
Oh, and it's picked off by Thomas Griffin.
Off. He could run this
no
back.
time
He's
on the clock. This is a really.
Oh my goodness. The Guardian comes off.
Oh, he's around the right edge. Henry Davis coming in.
Oh, he's still running.
And he's down. So, well, big
How
play there.
How exciting was that finish?
Wow. The Ravens took a little bit of risk, followed by the nice interception there by Thomas Griffin. I'll tell you, Thomas Griffin at safety is a force, a tough player that's really kind of neutralized the passing game so far.
You know, Griff, let's be honest. You and I are broadcasting this game. It's been an honor to do it with you, and it feels like we've gone 4 quarters, and yet we're only at halftime.
Yeah.
So we're going to need a lot of great fillers throughout the rest of this game.
Hazel McClanahan. Fleming Taylor.
Hayes Smith. Emma Tomlinson. Savannah Shelby. Cora Robinson. Louise Norwood. Ava Blizzard. Jane Hennig. And Neely Moore. Our squad mom is Emily Tomlinson. Let's give him a hand.
Bobby. Hey, Bob. All right, we're back. Mr. Love.
The Ravens will be on offense. We start the 3rd quarter.
Well, we are going to keep going with this if the people will have us, right?
If they will have us. So it looks like our I did just notice my paycheck did show up. So sounds like they want us to continue for the second half. So the direct deposit did go through. So I guess they'll have us back.
I mean, we are 2 of the highest unpaid commentators in the history of sports.
That's right. That's right.
what's next for us? Who knows?
Who knows? The future is bright. I know that much. So, all right. So the Ravens are starting off on offense here in the second half. Got a 7-2 ball game. 10 minutes here as the quarter kicks off. Handoff over the right side to Brooks Gilbert. A scrappy 2 or 3 yards. That Cowboys defense looking almost like every player on the defense was in on that tackle. Wow, they really are coached well and play defense really well.
And once again, the Ravens trying to get to the outside. If you're just joining us on this broadcast, welcome. And we're in a 7-2 ball game led by the Cowboys. But the Ravens have played well. They've gotten the safety. They're getting to the perimeter. They're tiring down, it would seem. They're tiring down this Cowboys defense and running the ball pretty well.
Got some shifting happening on defense. Quarterback sneak with Henry Davis. Ooh, looks an awful lot like a face mask, but I am biased with the child on the Ravens. So.
Something happened there to turn him around.
I'll tell you, the Cowboys have been pretty tough on Henry Davis so far today. He has taken some hits for sure, but he keeps coming back. Tough kid. You know, the cheerleaders did a phenomenal job there at the half. I don't think our audience, well, our audience definitely did get to see that as well, but you and I hadn't got to talk about it yet. What a great job those cheerleaders did.
What did you see there, Griff?
You know, I just saw pure talent, and I could just, feel our boys' excitement when the girls ran on the field. I mean, they're in 6th grade now, right? So I think we got a little scrapping going on there between Barron Lane. Barron's dad, Ryan, told me he was going to give him a little extra motivation this morning. I don't know what all that means, but Barron looks like he showed up fired up.
I tell you, the Red Baron is he's just impressive. Yeah. He's unassuming, but when you least expect it, he makes you look bad.
Yeah.
So it's safe to say that halftime show was probably pretty underrated.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
What a great run by Brooks. He got to the edge, and he may be gone.
He may be gone.
And he
got
is.
10-5, touchdown Ravens. Wow.
You knew that was coming tonight. They've been working on that. They've been working on that. They have not abandoned that play.
And you could just feel it out of Brooks Gilbert. You know, Henry Davis goes down early in the game, and you know, we can't hear them up here, what they're saying, right? But you could just feel it. Brooks Gilbert said, hey, guys, I got this. Get on my back. I'll handle this. Henry Davis back in the game, but Brooks is still scrapping. Big play there, and it had to have been well blocked on the left side as well. Oh,
so well blocked. Kind of a cutback play, and caught the Cowboys over pursuing, and just a beautiful long run.
You know, one thing that's interesting, you don't see the safety very often like we were talking about in the first half, and these extra point plays are so important at this age, and that safety almost acts as an extra point. And so looking at the score being 8-7 Ravens as they go for the extra point. Back to Brooks Gilbert. He looks to be in. It is good. Wow. I didn't catch it.
Conversion's good.
I didn't catch if that was 1 or 2. Looks to be 1 point conversion.
Score Ravens 9, Cowboys 7.
What a great drive. This is a patient Ravens team. They've stayed committed to the run. Just a testament to doing the work and not worrying about the result, right?
That's right. You know, yes, you and I were talking off air. I mean, the Cowboys really, it felt like a Cowboys game after the first half. I mean, they were really dominant and seemed to have the Ravens a little bit on their heels other than the tough break by the goal line with the safety. But the Ravens have come out, just like you said, they're not phased. I mean, these two teams got here for a reason. We know that much.
Both teams expect to win. Both teams play with great confidence. And now the Cowboys take over. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Not much there on that play.
It was a really nice, I don't know if you noticed that out of Parker Kate, but the play was around the left side. He had an easy opportunity for a clip, and he backed off. That would have been a big penalty, and he was aware enough to not let that happen. So smart football there for Parker Kate.
High IQ play.
That's right.
You know, Jerry Jones reached out to Coach Hutt this week. He said, I'm staying out of this. I mean, the Cowboys won Super Bowl 30. 30 years ago. I'm not about to step into it. And Hutt said, you know, you are stepping into it. You're making this phone call. I need you to step out. We're trying to win one for, you know, America's team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tackle by Courtney.
Just because it takes place in Alabama doesn't mean that the stakes aren't just as high, right?
But we never know. I mean, Jerry Jones could be listening to this broadcast, as could people around the world be tuning in, maybe on purpose, maybe on accident, but boy, are they getting a good show from you and me to be here with us.
They are fortunate to be able to listen to us. Wow, big run there, but also a big hit. Looked like T. Russell in on the tackle. Great run by Jake Miller.
I mean, I'm having a great time. You're having a great time. And look, we're taking a lot of credit for it.
Tackle
right?
made by T. Russell.
I think I could do this for the rest of my life if they would just even feed me some of the refreshments downstairs, you know?
I mean, look, they don't call you Buddy Love for nothing. I mean, you know, you brought the energy. I think these kids are playing hard, somewhat to do with, you know, your research about the Savarnis and about the Ravens and about the Vaqueros, as you said earlier, with the Cowboys. And wow, big play there. We need to quit worrying about ourselves and worry about the game a little more, you think?
We probably do. I mean, we're filling in with some good information. You know, per the history that I've been talking about, the history of the Ravens, the history of the Cowboys, it reminds me of that old statement, nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. Right? You got to do your research. You got to seek to understand to be understood. There's a reason this purple team's playing so well. They are very much channeling these Ravens that we've been the Raven that we've been talking about. The Cowboys have been channeling that cow man that goes back to the 1500s in Mexico. I mean, this is a legendary game in the making. And now you see a little bit of mist coming down there.
Oh yeah, we dodged this precipitation for the bulk of the game. This could prove to be a factor. Tough run there by Jake Miller. Big hit there by Baron Lane. Wow. This is a tough football game on both sides.
That was like 1st and 13, right?
Yeah, big penalty on the play before that. They actually broke that run to the left side, but it was called back. I believe it was a hold, but tough penalty to put him in long yardage there.
Again, 2nd and 10-ish. And it sort of feels like a throwing play here.
Yeah, we'll see. We've been wondering if Coach Hutt would open it up with some passing plays at some point. This seems like a good time for it.
Empty backfield. Great cut.
Great cut.
Great cut by number 9. Thomas Griffin still going up the middle, fighting for yardage.
Big run there by Thomas Griffin.
Griffin up the middle for a big gain.
T. Russell in on the tackle.
First down, Cowboys.
Yeah, T. Russell playing a great game. Really a touchdown saving tackle there.
That's right.
And coming off of a fresh injury.
Yeah, the bike wreck was a scare for us because T. Russell's a tough and athletic kid. And, you know, from what I gathered, the handlebar went hit him in the stomach, and we had some road rash on the elbow. I mean, it was a pretty impactful event earlier in the week, but he's back.
So good to hear. Such a great kid.
Tough run there by
Miller for gain of 3.
Jake Miller again. I mean, Jake Miller and Thomas Griffin, man, that's a tough combo.
2nd and 5.
Both teams playing great, playing tough. 2-point game. 3:54 left in the 3rd quarter, folks. If you're tuning in just now, you are joining us for something that has been quite special and looks to be a game that will go down to the wire.
It really does. Almost feels like whoever has the ball last may win this one. Tough run there by Fountain.
William Fountain of youth on the run, playing tough, really doing a good job of planting that foot, cutting up in the middle, time and time again, finding the seam, getting some tough 2, 3, 4-yard runs on his carries.
Yeah. And Henry Davis there was on the tackle. You know, he's a big part of this story, going out early in the game with an injury. I mean, I think I saw, you know, him telling the trainer, there's no way you can keep me out of this game early on the sideline. I mean, the trainer tried to keep him back, but Henry's just Super Bowl, 6th grade, Mountain Brook High School on a Sunday night. He's not going to miss it.
You know, I mean, I think the only thing better for Henry Davis would have been having one of those protective tents and maybe getting some smelling salts or or some sort of icy hot, something that maybe the crowd wouldn't
Tackle made
know
by
of.
Brook 6th.
But out in the open, just got to be tough. And he was
Second
tough.
4.
He talked to his coaches. He threw the ball. He prepared well. He got his head right, went back in, and wow, contributing on both sides of the ball. Probably a guy that can play 7th grade football on both sides.
Probably so.
And Jake Miller around the left side, a nice tough run.
It's going to be close to
Jake
the
Miller
first
around
down,
left
isn't
end.
it?
We are looking at 3rd and
Maybe a half a yard.
Brings up 3rd and short.
This is kind of what we anticipated out of the Cowboys, a ball control game. And they're very effective running the ball. And it's not just one guy. They can move it around.
Ripping up the middle.
TG up the middle.
results in a first
Very
down.
shifty player.
First and goal is
Jake
1.
Miller doing some nice blocking there. And now Jake Miller and Griffin talking to the coach, planning the next play.
So where are we? 3rd and goal from about the 1 yard line? Does that look like to be the case?
It is close.
All right.
And he's in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Cowboys. We got a ball game, folks.
Thomas Griffin.
So looking down the Ravens sideline, I see a little frustration out of Commissioner O'Neill. I see maybe a little frustration out of Ryan Lane, Brad Davis,
Cowboys are going for 1.
breaking the rules with the no parents on the sideline. But, you know, sometimes you just can't get enough, right?
Is that the deal? Should we not have parents on the sidelines?
That's supposedly the rule. But, you know, some of these guys, I mean, they're impactful to the game, and it's all with the best of intentions. But,
You know, these may be booster parents paying up
Yeah.
to be on the sideline. We never know, right?
Yeah.
Of course, Mountain Brook does some incredible fundraising to keep this thing going.
yeah. All right, Ravens. We got a conversion attempt here for the Cowboys. It's intercepted there by T. Russell again in on the play. Wow,
T.
glad the
Russell.
bike wreck didn't take him down because he's been a factor so far.
What a story.
Pass intercepted by T. Russell.
All right, so we got a 4-point lead here for the Cowboys.
I mean, this is a game that could finish 15-16 to 13. Of course, it could go the Cowboys' way, but if the Ravens can find a way, T. Russell sitting in his den post-game with his parents, drinking a Coke or Dr. Pepper, watching something great on TV, and the parents are saying, you were so instrumental in that win by not letting that 2-point conversion take place.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, these two teams have proven that a 1-point game or a 1-possession game is the norm for them against each other, and so they're showing right back up tonight with a similar dynamic. Big run there by Henry Davis. Wow.
Henry kept it up the middle that time. I'm
Davis
kind
around
of wondering
right
if the coaching staff is now saying, okay, it's go time. We've got
Gain
a
7.
minute 16
Brings up
left in the
2nd and 1.
3rd quarter. That clock is not running. The clock now begins to run, but 2nd and 1, a big 7-yard gain there, and maybe the coaching staff is saying they're tired. Let's run it right up the gut.
Yeah. You definitely have seen some more consistency with the cutback for both of the backs, Gilbert and Davis, as you noted in the last quarter. We got a reverse here to Gilbert.
Misdirection.
Wow.
Look at this. Very crafty.
He's got the edge. Oh, tough hit on the sideline there.
Very crafty.
Gilbert first out of bounds.
Synonymous with what being a Raven is all about.
That's right. Now, there's a lot that happened there, but not a lot gained. I think there might have been a half-a-yard gain maybe, so we got, 3rd and short here.
They're in a better position to convert this first down. That's
big,
for sure.
Big down right here.
And once again, they went horizontal.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cowboys, I would hope they have an oxygen machine on the sidelines, you know?
That's right.
I didn't have those when I was playing the game back in the 90s, back in the Stone Ages.
Yeah, but this is Mountain Brook. You know, we have things like that, right? I mean, they cannot go without. That is for sure.
We talked about the fundraising. We talked about the boosters. I mean, if there's a will, there's a way with oxygen tanks, right?
That's right.
We just have to make some phone calls.
That's right.
We're going to get an endorsement probably from the Andrews Institute on oxygen machines.
Yeah, and it'll be, totally based on how impressed they are with our broadcast. And, we just made aware, we brought that to the light. I mean, nobody's thought about that before until you and I started talking about it. And, I mean, what a novel idea. They have them in college, right? They have them in college. We should have them here in 6th grade.
Let's get these guys used to them now so that when they get to college, it's a normal situation. Yeah. This is normalized. They don't say, what is this that you're trying to bestow upon my face, right?
That's right.
It's an oxygen tank.
That's right. Been there, done it. 6th grade football. We probably should start even a little earlier than that, maybe 4th. But because, it is a high probability that these kids play Division I college baseball, or college football, or baseball, or both for that matter. And we need to have them ready for that. We got to prepare them for life.
We know the statistics. Yeah. It is a high probability that most of these kids are going to play college ball of some kind.
That's right.
We talked about Jackson Gunn earlier. He's not the only 3 or 4 sport guy out there. Mm-hmm. And again, that is why we've got these 28 guys out there. So many of them love to play so many things.
That's right.
Good to see these guys being able in this day and age to balance real sports with virtual sports.
Yes, that's a great point. Big differentiator in learning the game. Okay, so we got the Ravens back with the ball. Start of the 4th quarter, 13-9 Cowboys. Got a handoff to the left.
Gilbert around left end. Taken by James.
The Ravens, I hate to beat a dead horse here, but the Ravens are staying committed to the run. They're staying committed to getting the ball outside. And I think if they can pull this game off, when you see ESP and the Ocho show up to interview the coaching staff, they are going to easily just nicely say, we committed to the run. And we got these guys tired, and it showed in that 4th quarter.
That's right. So speaking of the international reach that this Mountain Brook 6th grade football program has, Daniel Biggs, South African rugby player, cricket player. How's he adapted to football this year?
Boy, first and foremost, what a great family.
Yep.
Just to meet the parents, to know the parents, for the parents to have never really spent any time, much less laid eyes on football at any level, whether it be NFL, college, high school, youth sports. They're just not familiar with this game. A lot of cricket, a lot of rugby, like you said. Great family, have some farmland back in South Africa. Parents miss home greatly. They love their home. And yet the kids have really fit in well here in Birmingham and the Mountain Brook system. They love sports. Daniel Biggs is on this team. His older brother, Ben Biggs, plays on the 9th grade team and does a good job. So they are loving this community and the support that the community has shown.
We've got a pass here. Oh, it's tipped at the line. That was a big down there, 3rd down for the Ravens, and a really disruptive play on defense.
I got to say as well, I've told Chris, my dad, this, Chris Biggs, but Daniel Biggs, when I look at the first practice to the last practice, he is absolutely the most improved hitter, tackler on the team. The most upside this year. I've seen it out of him.
I think that's one of the neatest things about, youth sports at these ages is just when you start stacking improvement like that year over year. I mean, it's amazing. You look up 3 or 4 years and it's a different player than was 2 or 3 years before, and it's just continued improvement. So there looks like we got a 4th down and about 10 right here. So big down here for the Ravens. We've got a halfback pass.
He's throwing it.
He's looking for
wow, what a great idea, but what a great defensive play. It looked like William Fountain again. Yes, it was.
Clearly the Cowboys' game plan has been on point because the Ravens are strong with the pass, but I think that's the 3rd or 4th pass that's been tipped in the backfield. I mean, the penetration from the Cowboys and disrupting what is a critical element of the Ravens' game plan has been a big part of the story of this game today. I mean, they have not had a clean pass other than the one to Gunn early in the first half.
So far, and here goes Jake Miller up the middle, big run, 8 or 9 yards, maybe 10. Hey, by the way, Griff,
Jake Miller up the middle.
We talk about great names, right?
Results in a 1st down.
this Biggs kid, Daniel Biggs. My nickname for him is Biggsy Smalls.
Okay.
It could be Smallsy Biggs, but, I mean, the guy's got a future in something with that name, don't you think?
I think so. You can go a lot of different directions with that name, and a lot of different. It's applicable to a lot of different sports. And speaking of names, you know, the run there by Jake the Snake Miller, clearly. I mean, how do we miss that one? I mean, that thing's been sitting there for us the whole time. And
we should just call him Cool Kenny Stabler.
Oh, wow. Big run here by Griffin.
Jake the Snake Miller. I do like that.
Was up first down.
So there's clear momentum here in favor of the Cowboys. Up 13-9, 6:25 left in the fourth, and they are driving. They are driving with intensity right now.
They're driving. The evening, it was kind of getting dry. You can continue to see the rain come down. It's got to be a slippery ball. You never know what can happen in these moments. Jake Miller with the snap. William Fountain up the middle.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Uncontested almost.
William Fountain up the middle.
And for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
It's really cool to see so many kids have impact on the game. I mean, you know, on the offense for the Cowboys, you've had Fountain, Griffin, Miller, number of guys. William Hunt on defense. I think he was actually the one that came in and made that tip pass a play or two ago when the Ravens had the ball. But so many people making plays.
Cowboys going for one. Thomas Griffin fighting and fighting.
That's a tough call. No good.
It is close.
That was so close.
No good.
Conversion's no good.
Game of inches. Life is a game
Cowboys
of inches.
19.
Reminds me of that movie,
9.
Any Given Sunday, right?
Yeah.
We'd claw for that inch. Hey, let me also say this. Did you guys have a team party at your
We have not had one yet.
Okay.
You know, so maybe that's an impact on the game. Did you guys have one prior to the Super Bowl?
We had one the other night. It was great last Friday night, and I got to say it was interesting. Coach Hutt played 4 years of college football. He was a solid wide receiver, and one of the things he said to the team and the parents was, I'm 2 years removed from playing college football, and it's so awesome that I still get to be a part of a team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's in the blood, right?
It is. That clearly shows that he's doing this for the right reasons. Big pass there, looking for Jackson Gunn down the sideline for Henry Davis, incomplete. Yeah, hey, maybe that's the difference in the game. The camaraderie, the realizing why we're here to be on a team and have fun and have a team party. The Ravens may have missed out on that. Now, I will tell you, we had some amazing mailbox decorations. Lauren Davis led the charge on that. Stacy Gunn is an all-star. I don't want to do her a disservice and call her a team mom because she does a lot more than that. But, I mean, look at the fatheads over there across the field of the Ravens. I mean, they showed up ready, just a different kind of ready. There was no party.
Listen, Griff, you know, the fact of the matter is it looked like they maybe tried another trick play there.
Yep.
The fact of the matter is you talk about spiritual gifts and you talk about women and you talk about the fact that God has given women the spiritual gift of design, right? Creativity, design, structure, and you can see that with both sidelines, the Cowboys and the Ravens. Just some excellent decorating and design on what these teams came out to tonight.
He's up fourth down.
No doubt about it. Okay, so we've got fourth down here for the Ravens. So if they don't get this, it's going to get tough.
Got to have it here. And let's be honest, the crowd would love for them to get it and see this thing keep going. So baseball, did you just love it? 4 years of baseball?
I did, yeah. It was a real gift to be able to play for a decently long time. We got a big pass here, looking for Gilbert down the middle, and it's intercepted.
Thomas Griffin with the interception.
Yeah, I think that's whether it's baseball, football, I guess all the sports share this. I mean, I think one of the beautiful things about sport is the failure element of it prepares you pretty well for life. You know, you got to rely on others around you. You got to deal with failure, and you know, the Ravens are certainly bruised and maybe a little dejected right now, but they got to band together and finish this game out.
They do. Well put. I think it was this guy, Coach Nick Saban, who, always talks about the idea that you don't really learn anything
Miller around left hand.
when you just keep winning. It's kind of when you're challenged and
three
you're
on the
down
play.
and you're out and you lose that you learn a lot about yourself. And I think, if this score holds up and the Ravens don't come out victorious, they're the team that looks that much more forward to next season.
That's right. Well, and there's a big story in that with the Cowboys. I mean, if I remember correctly, they lost game 1 by 1 point against the Ravens of the season and have not looked back. They've gotten better every single week since then. And, losing gets your attention. Losing, it can sharpen your focus. So maybe that early loss for the Cowboys will prove to just be a really impactful thing for their season in a positive way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was. Beyond that, we were 0-3 and really.
Thomas Griffin tackled by Baron Lane.
We were in a hole. I remember. I think game 2 was against the Raiders. And, of course,
Timeout Ravens.
Raider was getting to the edge on every play. And I believe at the end of the first quarter it was 24-0. Now, the game finished 24-0. But make no mistake about it, they were gracious to go very conservative with their offensive package after that. And here we are, having played them 2 more times, coming out victorious, and there's just a tremendous amount of talent on that Raiders team.
So speaking of Raider Russell, we all know who Raider Russell is, and what a unique kid. And this is the first year he hasn't been in and won the Super Bowl at this age. And I'll tell you a quick story about Raider. It says a lot about him. Last year he was a quarterback for the Dolphins. My son Charlie was a receiver for the Dolphins, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl. But one of the last plays of the game, Raider attempted to pass to my son Charlie in the end zone. It was incomplete. After the game, I said to my son Charlie, I could tell they were going to throw the ball to you by the way you lined up. And he
Ball
said,
start on
Dad,
the Cowboys.
that play wasn't to me. Raider just wanted to see if I could score a touchdown. So what a neat kid to ad-lib in the middle of a game to try and get somebody the ball who hadn't gotten the ball previously. And, we miss Raider Russell tonight. He's been a impactful force on this grade for many years. And most importantly, what a great kid and a great leader along the way. So at the same time, though, it is also great to see others that have opportunities to compete at this level.
For sure.
The rain is picking up, isn't it, Buddy Love?
Yes, it is, Mr. Israel. This is another run to the left. From right to left.
Griffin around left end.
Yeah, the definite talk, at least among the Raiders leadership at the coaching level, was hoping for no rain, and it looked like we had a big break in it. Now we got a little bit of maybe symbolism showing back up towards the end of the game with the Cowboys strongly in command and the rain coming right behind them.
It suits their running game, and boy, has it been coming down. Quite honestly, I don't know, but I feel like it started sort of around halftime, and just has continued.
Yeah, you got to give it to the Cowboys. I mean, the Ravens showed up in the second half and really turned the momentum quickly, but the Cowboys did not let it last for sure, and they have been in command since. Basically, the fourth quarter has been theirs for sure.
The Cowboys have elected to punt. Brings up a first down for the Ravens.
Griff, we've got about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 19-9 Cowboys. And the Ravens get it back, trying to cut this lead. They need to do it quickly.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something very quickly.
But stranger things have happened.
That is true.
i.e. Alabama getting the win against South Carolina the other day.
Wow, that did not seem probable, did it?
I was sitting at Martin's by myself. Felt kind of like that's where I should be, by myself watching a mediocre Alabama team and just thinking, 22-14, we're not coming back from this. So, like we said, stranger things have happened.
Davis' pass falls incomplete.
Maybe they make something happen on a deep pass and get this thing tightened up. 2:25 left in the game and counting. So your better half's from a small town. Was she an athlete, Griff?
My wife, yes, but mostly cheer, dance, gymnastics, those type of sports. wasn't. Is that a catch by Charlie Israel?
Oh, it looks like they're going to
off of
call
the
that
tip.
a catch.
Wow.
It looks like they're calling that a
What
catch.
a catch. That ball was tipped up in the air by Brooks Gilbert and heads-up play there by Charlie Israel.
We may get a referee standing over the ball for a review of this. Oh, wait a minute. Too early for that in these football careers, right?
Maybe the Andrews Institute will pay attention to that, too. I mean, video review would make a lot of sense at this age.
Twice now we've talked about them, a lot of positive influence they can make. You and I called it, like we said. Speaking of, if we're talking about things like that, where will the Israel family be dining tonight?
Great question.
What's on the menu tonight?
Great question, and I feel pretty confident in my answer. I'm fairly certain that Charlie Israel would eat Mexican food of varying types, so long as they have cheese dip in the menu. 3 meals a day for sure. So I have a feeling it's going to be Mexico Lindo.
Okay.
You know, especially if this doesn't play out for the Ravens, we're going to need a lot of cheese dip to deal with that.
Okay.
You know? So that would be my guess. How about you guys?
And I mean, speaking to that, I mean, we love that genre of food as well. What is his favorite cheese dip?
Good question. So I think Taco Mama's cheese dip is probably his go-to, his favorite. So I would say that number one. You know, Mexico Lindo is kind of a little bit of a middle ground for us because I'm more of a fan of that. So I push for that. And,
okay. Like the food, like the atmosphere.
All the things. You know, in and out quick.
Location.
Yeah. All the things. You know. But Charlie Israel doesn't really discriminate on Mexican food. If it sounds like it's Mexican food, he'll do it.
That's so cool.
Pass here to Gilbert on the left side.
Takes a lot of the guesswork out of life, right?
That's right. And who doesn't like cheese dip, right? I mean, if you ever had bad cheese dip,
I mean, it's hard to find.
Yeah.
Brings up 4th and 8.
I suspect my guy will probably want a steak, and I gotta say, and by the way, some of these names we're mentioning tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if you and I get a call that they want to kind of for us to be sponsors of them.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
But we'll probably go down to Char to get that steak, and that's like a $8 or $9 7-ounce.
That sirloin?
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
They never let me get it. Right? I'm always like, can I get that?
Yeah.
They say you're too old, but another great
complete pass
throw.
to Gilbert across the middle. Big play there for the Ravens.
Big play. What, 12, 13, 14 yards?
Yeah. 142 left, 19-9 ball game still. It's not over yet.
Never say never, Griff.
Nope.
Clock is now running, 139, 138. It ticks down. Ravens looking, smelling blood.
Oh, almost intercepted there by Canterbury.
So close. You know, my dad is 80 years old. Went to Ramsey High School with Frank Canterbury.
Oh,
Never
wow.
got a second of playing time in football because he played behind Frank. Frank was a superstar. And the two twins, they're wearing his high school and his college numbers, 25 and 28. Isn't that special?
That is. That is really neat.
Went on to be a great running back at Alabama. Great family.
Yep. No doubt. Okay, so we've got second down, about 10, 11 to go for the Ravens.
Here we go.
Pass to Gilbert over the middle.
Oh,
almost intercepted there by Griffin.
Clock stops with
Pass
121.
knocked down by Thomas Griffin. 3rd down.
All right, big 3rd down here for the Ravens.
Gotta have it, Griff.
Gotta have it.
You know, if it's me, I might try that hook and ladder again.
That would make a lot of sense right here. Pass to Charlie Israel down the left side. He comes back, makes it. Oh, he dropped the pass. He had it for a second, then dropped it. Probably the rain had something to do with it.
Pass ball is incomplete.
For sure, Griff.
4th and
What
8.
a great route. What a good throw. That rain has been merciless.
.117 left, 19-9 game. Big fourth down here. This is for all the marbles.
I mean, I don't, again, fully understand the rules at this level. I guess there is no onside kick.
Not that I'm aware of. Incomplete pass. Turnover on downs to the Cowboys.
Pass ball is incomplete. Turnover on down.
Can hear Coach Reed from here. He's a little bit ecstatic.
First down, Cowboys.
I just heard Coach Hutt, typical Hutt fashion, just speaking with great passion.
Yeah, he definitely has that. The Ravens look a little bit down, but they still got to finish it out.
You know, Coach Hutt's one of those guys. He'll just really yell at a kid for doing the wrong thing, and the kid will listen well and come back and make a great play, and he'll just shower that kid with love. Equally as vocal.
Yep.
That's been fun to watch.
All right, there's your victory formation. Jake Miller kneels it.
Clock counting down under a minute here. 19-9 Cowboys versus the Ravens. Griff, any closing comments? It's been a pleasure to be with you.
Oh, it's been great to be with you, buddy. Enjoyed the time here. I mean, just proud of all these kids. You know, as talented as you and I are here in the box, you know, and I know it's hard for us to realize this. They didn't come for us, though. They didn't come to watch us, I don't think. As good as we are, you know, these kids showed up and put on a great show for us tonight. Congratulations to all of them for being here in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I must say, though, I look down at the crowd and I see some people with headsets on, probably tuning into this YouTube live feed and listening to us, probably enjoying us.
One day they, too, may get to come up here and give this a shot. You know. So the Cowboys have done it. Cowboys are the Super Bowl winners for the 6th grade Mountain Brook football season. Great win for the Cowboys.
You know, how about them Cowboys winning Super Bowl 30, a 30-year drought, and I guess Coach Hutt gets to make the call to Jerry Jones tonight to tell him that the curse has been lifted.
That is right. The Cowmen certainly showed up today.
The Cowmen, they played as Cowmen tonight. Vaquero is that name.
All right, let's wrap it up. Congratulations to both teams for making the Super Bowl, and congratulations, Cowboys, on the 2025 6th grade football championship.
Shortly.